don't want to eat. No more of the grease. Everything. What's up, suckers, and welcome back to Everything Courtney. Today I'm filming a video that I have been delaying, I don't know why, but for a long time. It is my Transparency Please series. Now, I know I posted videos before with hashtag Transparency Please, but it really wasn't my vision of how I want it to be. I want my Transparency Please videos to be just what it says in the title, transparent. I want to be honest about my daily walk with Christ and like some struggles that I may be dealing with, or even how I'm overcoming, whether it's testimonies or whatever it is. But I want to be very open about it, because I feel like a lot of times within the church and within our faith, people only talk about the prosperity, but people don't really talk about the process and like how sometimes it can be hard and some of the things we're up against, or where we may fall, and you know, you really don't want to talk about that, how you gotta bounce back. But I be bouncing back, baby, because sometimes I'm not perfect. I'm not. Thank you, Jesus, for grace, mercy, and grace. Yeah, so I want to be very real with y'all, very open. If you have like certain things you may have went through and you want me to talk about it, hit me up about it. And if I have a story about it, then I'll address it. I want this to be an area where we can be very real about God and become better Christians and better children and co-heirs of the throne. Because why not be real about it? I want to just be real. To kick this off, I decided to do a mukbang because your girl is hungry. And I haven't eaten since earlier, and I figured why not eat on this video, because I'm gonna be real transparent right now. If I ate food before I did this video, I wouldn't have filmed the video. So I'm gonna just eat the food while I'm on video so I could do the video. So to kick off my first real Transparency Please video, today's topic is, you don't know me anymore. You don't know me. If you knew me yesterday, you don't know me. If you knew me this morning, you don't know me. If you knew me before I hit record on this video, you don't know me. Period. I feel like, let me just, hold on. Thank you, Lord, for the receive. Let me nurture to my body, purify like Jesus. Oh, before I start, I forget. These are new gloves, y'all. My thing about chicken wings is, right, I don't like getting my hands dirty. You should have seen me trying to put this together. Pew. The air gonna kick off in a second. I'm gonna just keep talking. I really wanted to start off with the topic of you don't know me anymore, because I feel like so many times we get trapped in we get trapped in our past, and our past will stop us from really walking into who God called us to be. At least I know that was the case for me, because thank you, it really wasn't the fact of, oh, this is my new lifestyle. It was, but people know my old lifestyle. What about them? What about people who got memories on their phone, or who knew the conversation I used to have, or the things I used to be entertained by, stuff like that. And so I struggled for a little bit walking. Oh, I'm crumbling. What an onion. Anyway, and also not just my past, but the fact that there were still some things from my past that I was entertaining or still doing, that I knew if I tried to be like, oh, here I am, I'm born again believer of Christ, but you just did that. So I had to really, you know, reshape my mind, and I really prayed for a renewed mind and transformed heart to even be willing to not reflect on who I was and even see myself differently. Because it starts really with yourself. Because honestly, we all know, what flavor is that? At the end, when we stand before God on Judgment Day, it's just gonna be me and him, you and him. Nobody else. God not gonna be judge you based on what they remember, based on what y'all did together, but on what you did. And so honestly, the first thing I really had to do was forgive myself, because had I been obedient and did it the way God would have had me to do it, and listened to my parents 100% of the way, then I wouldn't be living with the shame. And the shame, that's really what it is. It's just shame. And so I had to really forgive myself for being the person that I once was. Because once I repented to God, everybody else's opinion didn't matter anyway. But the way I saw myself was still skewed. I didn't think of myself as worthy. I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not worthy of none of it. I don't deserve it. I couldn't have earned it. But yet he still loves me. Recklessly. But just saying, like, I just knew, kind of like the song Deliver Me by Donald Lawrence, when your heart really ain't on the same page. Like I knew I was forgiven and redeemed, but my heart was still like holding on to things against myself. And so I had to really overcome that. And that's something I really want to encourage everybody to really consider, like when you try to walk in your faith, to be sure that that's not why you're delaying yourself. Because forgiveness is key, because we don't forget, like we remember stuff. And even to this day, I can cringe. I can think of some stuff and I cringe, like literally, can't believe I said that, can't believe I did that, can't believe I entertained that. Girl, I can't believe you thought you was right about that. Got the spicy one. Yep, spicy, sweet and sour. Okay. Anyways, I really just want you to really, I should have made like a list of things, but anyways, really want you to hone in on forgiving yourself. That's what's really my important first point I'm trying to make here. Secondly, when it comes down to other people, now I moved out my parents' house, went straight to college, did all that, whoop-de-whoop, traveled across the world, did all this stuff, and I started going to like LA when God really started working on me. I'm gonna do a whole testimony video on that too, separately, but that's when my real walk with Christ really started. Because obviously, I always was in church, but I wasn't living according to his word. And dang sure, not to his will for my life. I was doing what Courtney wanted to do. I was pushing my luck, chancing myself. Lord, thank you for your grace and mercy, because anyway, I didn't deserve it. And so I realized it can be hard when you still have some of the old people in your life who knew you back then and you're trying to change now, because you're kind of, I feel like sometimes I felt stuck in between of still trying to kick it with them and fit in and stuff we enjoy doing, but also trying to live a life that pleases God. And I was just straddling the fence, and you can't straddle the fence. I mean, God spews the lukewarmness, like it's just a spew out his mouth. He can't stand it. Be hot or cold, but lukewarm is just disgusting to him. And it makes sense. It's like either you for me or not, but don't be trying to be in the world. Got my big toe in the world to my pinky toe in the word, and God like, well, which one is it, the world or the word? And I had to ultimately come to the conclusion that it has to be the word over everything. And that was a big step for me, because even to this day, I'm still friends with some people who I was friends with when I was out there in the world, you know, in my world of sin. And some memories have come up and we like laugh about it, but it hits me different now. Like even a month ago, talking about certain things didn't bother me, but now it's like, I really don't want to revisit that, because I'm trying to be different, because I'm not that person anymore. And I realized that at one point I feel like, well, do I have to cut off everybody that I was friends with before if they're not trying to change their lifestyle? Because I don't want to, you know, be this, oh, you killed a fun person, but at the same time, y'all not gonna be having my heart and my soul over here being tempted and tested, and now I'm going home heavy because I'm over here entertaining stuff just for y'all, or or even for myself, because this flesh is weak, baby. Like, we can give into this daily at any moment. And so with me trying to guard my heart, my mind, and keep myself in a posture of being able to be a reflection of God, I can't be talking about that old mess. I can't even be thinking about it. Protect my mind, Lord. Renew these thoughts, because God, this mind remember everything. This ain't no ASMR, I'm sorry. I got a little too deep into it. And so it had got to a point where I had to be bold and vocal to the people who even once knew me. I was like, hey y'all, I don't cuss no more. So I know y'all do, but I need you to hold me accountable. And if you hear me wilding out, correct me, okay? And that's also the importance of realizing that your circle will evolve and it will get smaller. It may grow again, get smaller, big, small. Because right now mine is like big. And I'm okay with that, because everybody in my circle, I feel like, now knows who I am and what I'm trying to be. But one of the best things that I realize is that the people who are meant for you will see your change and honor your change. I have the people in my life right now. I probably have like 5 solid people in my life that I really can lean on and depend on, and who I consider my closest friends and, you know, family. Outside of my immediate, obviously, like my parents and my siblings and stuff like that, but like my friend group, they all will hold me accountable. They all will check me, and they knew me before this. Ow! Every person that's close to me, they knew the not save Courtney and the save Courtney. But I appreciate them. Taylor would check the freak out of me if I step out of line. She would be like, Courtney, what you talking about that for? Courtney, what you said that for? Or don't do that because that's gonna do this. Like, it set yourself up. Like, she really will hold me accountable. She won't even talk about certain things with me, certain topics. I didn't even have to ask her to not talk about with me. She just knew because it wasn't a reflection of what I was trying to do with my life. My friends back home who know me even longer, who knew me since like middle school, high school, and college, you know, them years. If one of my friends may like cuss or something, they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, Courtney, my bad, I'm trying, girl. You know, just even the fact that they could acknowledge that that's not how I am anymore really shows me that, okay, you know, I thank God for these people because they may not be in the same place that I am, but I know that my lifestyle's making an impact to where they even feel uncomfortable standing around me. And I thank God for that because you need those kind of people in your corner. I need people to see me for who I am now, not just who I used to be. It started with me making the decision that you're not going to talk like that no more. You're not going to entertain that no more. You're not going to be that way just to try to relate to people. If they can acknowledge and accept the change in you and it makes them uncomfortable, maybe, just hear me out, maybe you shouldn't be hanging around them. Maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. I'm just saying. On this journey to becoming the Christian that I am now, it did result in loss. I lost people that I had in my life for years. People that I thought would never be out of my life aren't in my life anymore. The things that I was into, things that entertain me, topics and stuff that I wanted to talk about, don't interest me anymore. And it's okay. It's okay to not be the same. Once I started going places like to LA and things like that, and my world started changing, my reality wasn't the same as it was when I was back home in my small town. And not to knock that, because, you know, everybody has their place that they want to be. But for me, I did start changing. I did start evolving, and I started hearing the snarky remarks of, oh, you miss Hollywood, oh girl, you think you too good for that? Okay, she go changing. Who you think you is, girl? That's not who you was. And it was like, well, this is who I am now. So either get with it or get lost. You know what I'm saying? Get with it or get lost. I don't know what else to say. And I end up losing people that was very close to me for years. People who had my back in things. People who I had their back in things. And now we don't even speak. And it's not on some, I don't like you, I can't stand you, girl, bad. Or boy, whatever. It's just on some, we are just in two different places in our lives. And growth is okay. It's okay to grow. It's okay to outgrow your friends. It's okay to outgrow your family. I remember coming home to visit sometimes, and conversations would be had around me, and I'm like, I have no input, because I'm like, you know what, I don't talk about this stuff no more. I don't even think about these things anymore. Or if I do, I'm rebuking it, or I'm like, my narrative is just totally different. And that's when I really started realizing that my mind was getting renewed, that my heart was being transformed, because conviction would set in, or I would be uncomfortable, or I wouldn't have anything to say. I'm like, we have nothing to talk about anymore, and why am I going to just continuously put myself in situations like this for me to get comfortable again, or for me to start making excuses and being like, oh no, you could say that. I mean, you could say it one time. Then I go home feeling all heavy and drenched in conviction, and now I gotta go repent to God, and they fine because that's their lifestyle. But I'm like, that's not you no more, Courtney. And so, child, I gotta be okay with that. I'm still me. I'm still me in a lot of the same ways. I still enjoy myself. I still like having fun. I'm goofy. I be trying to be serious, y'all, but y'all know it be hard. I just do it differently. And even now, steady seeing growth. Like, sometimes I'm not perfect, you know. Sometimes you fall back. You may slip and slide a little backwards sometimes. And you're like, Lord, forgive me, because I have to check myself. I'm still human. I err. This flesh is weak sometimes. And I'm not just saying sexually either, you little nasties. I'm just saying in general about anything that once made me feel good. But I can also acknowledge the growth in myself in a lot of areas too. For example, your girl used to like to go to the club. I mean, the club. Every weekend in college, I was out, drinking before I got there, drunk when I got home. I used to enjoy myself, and that was fun to me. I mean, child, I'm gonna tell you, I used to have fun. I was in college, you know. I'm not saying that's what you have to do. You go to college, but that was my story. That was my reality, and I enjoyed it. I loved it. I love being out, having fun, dancing with my friends, getting lit, and then just, you know, just having fun. And then, you know, I met a man named Jesus. No, I started getting serious about my relationship with Jesus and pray like, Jesus, you know, take from me the things that, you know, don't make you happy about me. And then it was just like, the club. The club. And now, y'all, I'm the total opposite. I am such a homebody. I want to stay home. Don't ask me to go nowhere. No, I'm playing. No, I'm not. No, I really do prefer to stay home. And if I do go out, I need it to be something that's really just fun to do. I'm always asking, you know, what's the mood? What's the mood? What's the plan? Do I gotta drive myself? Because if we going anywhere that even remotely reminds me of the club, I ain't going. I don't wanna go. That's just who I am now. And it's crazy because coming from someone who went out every weekend, whether it was the club or a house party in college, to the person I am now who is mostly home. Even before COVID-19, I was a homebody. It's just totally different. And I thank God, because you have to acknowledge the things that change in you. Sometimes we start changing and don't realize it, and we also don't give ourselves enough credit because we're focused on certain things about our life that we're going to change without acknowledging the parts, the parts of us that did. And God really did change my desires. He changed, oh Lord, I got the hiccup. Oh, I can make, hold on, I could put some chicken on top of my fries. Chicken fries. But I'm so thankful because that was a recipe for disaster. And I will say I don't regret experiencing it because that was my life. Like, that was my story. And I hear a lot of people now who, you know, in their, once they start getting older and trying to settle down, it's like, oh, you know, but I missed out on so much stuff I didn't do trying to be a certain way. And now I'm not saying you had to do it that way. Like, it's plenty of ways to experience life outside of the club and partying. But I hear some people say it. I'm like, God, I'm glad I got that out of my system. That is not something that I'm going to be tempted with now, or something that, because honestly, like, I remember going through the stages. At one point, the club still was something that sounded enticing. It was still something that I was still making exceptions to do. I would be going to events, or I'd be, especially being in LA, you start making, you know, oh, this event is at this club. Oh, it's an upscale club, but it's still a club. And now you go in there trying to be cute and bougie, and now you don't want to move. But it's like, I'd rather be home in my PJs with no mascara on. I had to make the decision of, that's not who you are anymore, Courtney. Don't go. You're not going. You got to say no. Even if it seems like something that you should be doing, whether it's for business, and you're going to have to start saying no to stuff that you feel like could be something you need to be doing, because honestly, if it doesn't please God, it ain't gonna work anyway. And so I used to try to convince myself, oh, but you're only going to network, and God didn't leave me here. Then it's self, and nothing good comes out of self. So I just had to go. You can apply that to anything in your life that may be like that for you, but I encourage you to really actively take heed. I'm tired of eating this, y'all. I've been working out. It's just like, I should have just did something healthy, like a salad. Why I did this? Take heed to the things in your life that you may still be attached to, that are an example of who you used to be. The things that weigh you down, like Hebrews 12:1 talks about. It's so much more peace in knowing that you're living your life that you should for Jesus. Like, we only have one life to live, and we don't know, you know, when it's your time. And Lord, I just thank you for mercy and grace. I'm doing what's right, God, so you can add to my days and not take away. I don't want to live a life where I feel like I'm tense or I'm worried about what would happen. The way the world is now, the Bible is being fulfilled, whether people want to believe it or not. And I'm not going to get caught slipping. I got a mansion in heaven, right? And my name is on it. I don't need the custodial angels walking around scratching my name off a mailbox. No. Courtney got a house up there. A big one. Nice furniture with a bunch of leaves. And I'm gonna get my mansion here on earth too, don't get me wrong, because I serve that kind of God. But I just want to make sure that I'm being the person that I am, and that I'm not who I used to be. That I don't care if people look at me differently. I don't care if I lose friends. I don't care if family change. I don't care about none of it, because all of it, I'm supposed to love less than loving God anyway, because nothing matters more than my relationship with God. As long as I'm actively working to be a better person, that's okay. People can remember things about me, who I used to be. That's fine too. But y'all ain't gonna hold my past over my head. I'm telling you right now, baby. When Jesus already said he forgave me for it. Because right now, the thing you talking about, I go before the Father and I say, Lord, you remember this? And he was like, huh? Because he got rid of it in his mind. I wish I would care that y'all care. I wish I would, kid. I try to remember. I wish I would. I wish I would. But see, I got to that place. I wasn't always there. But you keep pressing for it. You keep going. And being totally transparent, it ain't always easy. You know how many times I messed up? I mean, I went real back. I mean, like, way back. I'm just very proud of who I am today. I'm proud that the effort I put into becoming better, becoming more like Christ, and every day I'm still striving. I'm gonna be very transparent, like I said, with y'all about even my struggles, even some of my failures, because I want you to know that life isn't gonna be perfect. Just because you get saved doesn't mean it takes away your issues. Honestly, sometimes they get amplified. And when those trials and tribulations come, you have got to be in the mindset, like the Bible says, and see it as like an opportunity for endurance and was it perseverance. Like, and honestly, once you get a renewed mind and you start thinking differently about stuff, even the bad, your life is so different. You get there, you get better, you get stronger, you get wiser, and you get closer to God. I pray y'all shouldn't try, because it is a journey, and honestly, it's getting harder and harder because of how the world is. And this is no time to lose your relationship with God. This is not the time to be losing your relationship with God. Hearing people questioning God and things like that. No, baby. There's only one living, true and living God. And that's the one I serve. Hey, hey, hey. And thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I'm convinced it's not the first link of onions in him. Now, if you knew me for being ratchet, that's something I'm still working on. I'm not gonna lie. But I pray for conviction, God. If I'm wrong, Lord, convict me, change me, renew me, make me whole. Hey, God. Was that right? That wasn't ratchet, right? There's no freaking way I'm gonna finish all this chicken, let alone anything greasy on this pan. I'm tired of the grease. I'm tired of the grease. I don't want to eat. No more of the grease. Break it down. Cause you don't know me. You don't know me. Why did I put that in ketchup? I hope this video encouraged y'all. You know, if you may be struggling or feeling kind of like on the fence about your faith and your relationship with God and walking away from who you used to be, start with forgiving yourself. Well, no, start with getting forgiveness. And we really show God that we changed by our actions. Just like in the book of Luke, right? When John the Baptist is getting ready to baptize Jesus, and here come the people running around trying to get baptized, and he was like, ooh, stop it, you brood of snakes. Like, don't be trying to run away from the wrath. Prove to God that you mean it by changing your actions. Because what's the point of trying to act like you say like God don't know the difference? He know. He know. Okay. Start with that. Get true forgiveness. Get some redemption. Get your salvation, suckers. Get your salvation. Get baptized. Just because you just said so. Just go into the water. It's just water. And then, you know, work on forgiving yourself. Honestly, y'all. Because you're not going to get nowhere not forgiving you or forgiving others. Pray up Psalms 139, I think 23 through 25. Pray that over your life, that God will reveal the things in your heart that needs to be changed so he can lead you along the path of everlasting life. Hey, God. Pray that for y'all. Pray that for myself. That's my prayer. So I love y'all. We're going to continue to grow together, love together, and be very, very, very transparent together. I love y'all. And don't forget, Black Lives Matter. Peace. Oh, this dang chicken. Oh, that was greasy. Get this glove off of me. Oh, my God. Oh, don't rip it. I'm done. I'm done. Really, Courtney? Get off of me.